What is up, guys? It is What If Dean back for another video. Make sure you take a big drink of water and get ready. So this is gonna be what if Naruto rebuilt the hidden whirlpool. So I'd say that Naruto. Alright, so I'm gonna start out with the Nine Tails attack. I'm gonna say that just some random person. Uh, it. I say just some random person did the. I'd say that Naruto was able to handle the full Nine Tails. Someone just walked out of the clearing and was like, "How did I end up here?" Just something stupid. Minato got distracted and actually accidentally put all of the Nine Tails in Naruto. He survived. Uh, Kushina survived somehow. Maybe like a drip of the Nine Tails chakra landed in her somehow. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But yeah, Minato and Kushina are still alive. And and they're gonna care for Naruto up until he's 1 year old, in which case that when they will have twins, a little boy and a little girl. The boy's name is gonna be Ito, and the sister is gonna be No. I'll put the names down in the description because I'm not sure how to pronounce this. I just went to a name generator, so which if you're What If YouTuber, just know that like name generators are the best tool you can use. Just go ahead, use one. I don't care which one. Just use one. They're great. And his parents are gonna start giving the two little twins more attention than Naruto, and eventually just kind of brush him off to the side, kind of neglect him. They're not gonna abuse him, but they're gonna neglect him. And whenever the villagers, whenever he's late for dinner, like he's often late for dinner and he'll say that the villagers beat me. His mother would yell at him, tell him not to lie, smack him over his head with like a newspaper or something. And then after that, that's you know, but he eventually makes friend. Not say he, since he got the all of Kurama, that means he also got the good half, so it's kind of balanced out. He doesn't really care about Naruto, not positively or negatively. He's like, this is my host. Might as well get comfy. That's about where he's at. Oh, and the Uchiha massacre will not happen. Just gonna say that right now. Not gonna happen. Alright, so. Oh, and Sasuke is gonna have a sister that is younger than him by er, I'd say 9 months. I'd say 10 months younger than him. Yeah. So they were born in the same year, I'd say. So, however, so she's about 10 years, or 10 months younger than him. Her name is going to be Tomiko, and she's going to be like a sister, and Naruto and her are going to be decent friends. Not, they're going to be good friends. And and Hinata is still going to like Naruto, but she's Hinata. She's going to be too shy to say anything to him. And because because Sasuke's still going to be on that same Uchiha Elite BS, so that's going to happen. And so that BS happens, and it's not important. So everything's, and that's how things are going to go up until Naruto's 7th birthday. This is the day when the villagers go farther than normal and almost kill Naruto. But the QB is like, hey, I don't care about him personally, but like he's a living being. Like this is wrong, and I don't want him to die. Like I don't care about him personally, but like a loss of a life is bad. That's kind of where Kurama's coming at. And then let's see here. Which and Itachi and Naruto are also going to become like close, like brother. And Namiko is going to be like Naruto's sister, family he never had. And yeah, after that, so yeah, age 7, Kurama's gonna during the beating, Karma's gonna give him some chakra. He's gonna grow, and gonna go into he's gonna go into zero tail mode, like he or zero tail cloak or whatever. And he gets, and it's mostly just for him to regen, but like some of the people start punching him and they get little burns on him. And, like like they report it to the Hokage. And, like Lord Fourth, the demon did, and they exaggerate what happened. Like, they say, or more like lie. They say that he attacked them. He went on a little mini rampage, and a bunch of them, and that multiple people got hurt. And, well, in reality, a few people burned their knuckles pretty badly, but they burned their hand because they touched fire. I mean, like, come on, man, like just you know. And yeah. So that's when Naruto is going to be banished. Like a few months, like he's told the few days after that he's going to be banished and that he has a few months left in the leaf. So he has like months left in the leaf. So he just so, and I'd say he is strong enough to, like, he could have taken out most of the people that were attacking him. He was strong enough to do that, but he didn't want to. Like he didn't want to hurt them, but he could have dealt with them, but he didn't want to hurt them. Like, and Naruto's gonna be like, yeah, he's gonna tell uh, Tomiko and Itachi, and like they're gonna be sad, and everyone, like the three of them are gonna be really sad together, and uh, Tomiko and Itachi are gonna be like, well, let's make these last few months great, and then it's gonna, they have fun for those few months. He doesn't even worry about going home, like he doesn't worry about being late for dinner anymore because like he and he's not as malnourished as he was in canon. Like he gets fed. He was getting fed better than in canon because he didn't eat ramen every day. It's like he what the villagers beating him, that only happened like once a month or once a week. So like so he'd go like one day a week without food, which is still bad, but it's not as bad as he was in canon. You know, and that's gonna happen. So on the last day, uh, Itachi and Tomiko are gonna secretly pack their bags independently. They don't know each other are doing this. Like even they don't know they're doing this. They haven't told Naruto either. Like uh, Itachi knows he's packing his bag. Tomiko knows she's packing her bag. They don't know that the other's packing their bags, and Naruto doesn't know about it either. Alright. So then a lot of the villagers are happy when he leaves. Like and Itachi and Tomiko aren't gonna be there. Wanna know why? They already left a few hours ago. They headed up the road, like, and hid. Uh, uh, Tomik Tomiko is gonna be like Itachi's gonna leave before Tomiko. He's gonna go a ways up the road. Then she's gonna head out. She's gonna go a ways up the road. Like, they're not close to each other by quite a bit, but they're hidden enough so that the average person couldn't find them, or at least Tomiko is. 'Cause Tomiko is essentially just in a tree, waiting for Naruto with her bag, and Itachi doesn't know this because like he hasn't he you know yeah. Oh, alright, everyone, take a sip of water. Gotta stay hydrated. You know what? That might be my thing now. Stay hydrated. But, and then, so it's gonna be. So, and Kurama and Naruto are gonna be friends. They're not gonna be like brothers, but they're gonna be very close friends. Itachi, he was there, and Kurama, it's different. It's still very close to each other, but they're not like that. They're close friends, not brothers. I mean, maybe brothers and being hunted or something like, but that's about it. Like brothers of being hated or something like that, but they're not. They're not close like brothers. Like so, and Tomiko of is gonna be is also. I don't remember what age Sasuke was. I assume he was the same age as Naruto, but like it doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, they were the same age. So like she's 10 months older, or younger. So she's like 1 year younger than Naruto, or on paperwork anyway. Like she's one. It's really just like, you know. Or I don't. It doesn't matter. She's officially 1 year younger, but a few more months and they'd be the same age. You know, they're about the same age. And then it goes to that. By the way, I just want to put this in right here. I just want to say that this was inspired by the Rogue Fox and Anime E. He's a great channel. His his version of What If Naruto was banished. That's what this is based off of. You know. And, you know, that's gonna happen. And just so you guys know, the Uzumaki and Uchiha are gonna mix bloods here. Just so you know. That's kind of where I'm going with. I'd say she wasn't like, no, she wasn't like a sister to him, but she was a really close friend. She wasn't like a sister because that's just weird. But yeah, she was really close friend. Yeah. So. So yeah, after that, like he's like so Tomiko jumps down from the tree, calls from the tree, "Hey, hey Naruto, hey Naruto, I'm coming with you." And then, you know, also Sasuke was ungrateful for Itachi, so that's why he was like, I mean, this, like my own. You know, I mean, he's blood, but like, I mean, we're the same blood, but I mean, like, he treats me like worse than a stranger, man. Like he treats me like a stranger, even though we're brothers. We grew up together, man. Well, this kid, like he knows what pain is. he knows what pain is. We're like close like brothers, and he's like, yeah, I think I'll go with him because like, and Tomiko's reason is, she she uh she kind of has a crush on Naruto, and it's it's kind of obvious to the viewer, but in world it's not really. I think Hinata would be the only one to pick up on it because she's the only one that would pay that close of attention to this specific kind of thing. Like she could tell, and you know, what? Let me know if you guys want me to send Hinata too. Like I feel like that could be a good something good. So it'll happen later on when she's got a bit more courage. Like she builds up the courage later on. But yeah, I'll just retcon and say it happened now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'll say. You know, why not? I'm giving him a harem. She goes with him. She was more confident in this version, and they were friends. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a harem. So that's gonna happen. And then let's see here. She's gonna be running. She's gonna wait. She's not gonna go until after Naruto is left. And like, she's gonna use her Byakugan to find where he went, essentially. And for a while, and then they're gonna run into Itachi. She's gonna be running after him. Like she waited a little bit. Cause like she already had her bags packed, but she waited until after he was gone. So like I'd say that they meet up in between when Itachi and Tomiko and Naruto met up. So in between Tomiko and Itachi, like not long after running into Tomiko, Hinata runs up. I'm coming with you, Naruto. I'm coming with you too. And she sees Tomiko. Coming with you too, I guess. And, like they keep going. Like Tomiko and Hinata, like they were kind of friends. Like they both knew each other were interested in Naruto, but they didn't want that to get into the way of their friendship. They're like, well, is it possible he could like both of us? Like that's just kind of where they're coming from. Like it's a possibility. And by the way, uh, just so you guys know, Boruto is not going to be Hinata's child. I'm saying that now. You can figure that out later if you want. I don't know. Or he might. I might add some more kids. I don't know. I'll figure that out. So after that, they they run into Itachi like big bro. No, all that happens, and Kurama says, "Hey kid, let's go to the land of hidden whirlpools. As an Uzumaki, it is your homeland." So I cannot do that. I cannot do that voice at the volume I'm doing at. Cause I can do it louder, but like there's people sleeping, so it's kind of different. So, or maybe like this. I don't know. Yeah. So they go to the land of whirlpools. And, like they take the long route. They train along the way, getting stronger. So then they they meet some girl. They meet a seal mistress. They might meet another. They might meet another Uzumaki or something, or maybe I don't know. And, that's gonna happen. And, yeah, that's gonna happen. So that, um, yeah. So yeah, after that happens, um, Naruto's gonna be like, they might run into another Uzumaki. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. No, they don't run into another Uzumaki. Like, er, they do, but like they only see her for a few seconds, and they all keep walking in the other direction. Yeah, like they see her, but they don't notice anything. They don't take notice or anything. Like she was just across the street from them. Like Naruto looked up, saw her, kept going. That's the only thing I've noticed. Or him. Huh. Figure that out as we go. Alright. So, yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah. So then they eventually make it to Uzugakure. They train, they get stronger. Like, I'd say they're, I'd say that since Itachi is there and is able to kind of, Hinata kind of, she knows the gentle fist, but she's able to just kind of evolve it into a way that seems more uh, brutal. It is no longer the gentle fist. It is the brute. Like it is no longer the gentle fist or something. Like it still use it. Or I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, they all get strong. They all get stronger than they would have been in their canon counterparts at this age. So by the time they reach Uzugakure, that's because uh, it's Tomiko's birthday whenever they arrive in Uzugakure, or whatever the name of the world Uzumaki village was. I think it was Uzugakure anyway. So. Oh. God. So then, yeah, like, and Naruto keeps walking while the others just stop, and they get knocked back a few feet. Like, this is the barrier that was like only allowed Uzumakis to go through. It can be broken, but it's difficult. Like it would take like 100 Jonin level. It would take a lot of Jonins to break this thing. Like the five Hokages would not. The Hokages of the five great uh, elemental uh, nations. The five of them wouldn't be able to do it. Like working together, because like it would take like it's slowly, because it regenerates slowly, but it regenerates because like it works off of some chakra well in the earth or some like this weird anomaly or I don't know. It just works. I'll say that much. I'd say that whenever an Uzumaki dies, a lot of a decent well inside of or whenever someone in the barrier dies, a decent amount of their chakra is put into the shield or something or the barrier. So yeah, and it's not like that cause like not a large amount, but just a small amount. So like it is really strong because of how many people died. Like I'd say like 5% of a person's chakra, like when they die, goes into this thing. So like, so it is pretty strong, right? Especially right now, cause like, and or like a body decomposing within the shield wall or the barrier, that makes it stronger. Not that, yeah. I don't know, some weird fuin jutsu. Doesn't matter. Some barrier fuin jutsu. It doesn't matter. It's like Naruto says, "I'll see if I can find a way to get you guys in." He goes, finds a library that's kind of intact, and he finds some whirlpool headbands. Like, for those that are not of Uzumaki, and on top and next to it is a card. So, for those of non-Uzumaki descent, putting these headbands on will allow them to travel through the barrier. Like, he takes the headbands to them, you know, says, "Put these on." They do. But they're Itachi's no longer a Konoha shinobi. Like, they've sent Hunter in after him. They haven't found him, but like, you know, after that, there's gonna be like, and now they're definitely not gonna find him. Like, it is gonna be almost impossible to find him now. And after that, they go around, like, they get used to it. They start, and I'd say Naruto learns the shadow clones from a scroll that was in the Uzukage's office. Like, I just want to give him that, because like, if I don't give him that, it's not Naruto, man. Like, is it really Naruto if he doesn't know shadow clones? Like, Rasengan maybe, but Naruto without the shadow clone. And he also learns the secret. You know, so he's able to train quicker, and he teaches it, and he makes sure, and they all know it. Like, Naruto is the best at it because of the immense amount of chakra he has. Like, the unholy amount of chakra he has just allows him to make, like, just so many. Like, even at this point in his life, like, he could make like 20 at like, or like, he could make like 20 at age 7, almost 8. Like, he was able to make like 100 something, I think, doing when he was when he graduated the academy. I know. When he became a Genin, like, he was able to make like 100 something. Or was it 1,000? Doesn't matter. He can make 20. Or, doesn't really matter. Eh. Alright, everybody. Take a drink of water. Alright, so. And, you know, the romance between Naruto, Hinata, and Tomoki kind of strengthens. And I just want to let you guys know something. Tomoki is bi. Yeah, she's gonna be bi, so she also likes so that's the reason she was good with the whole idea of sharing Naruto, because she also likes Hinata. Like, you know, because I just want to do that, and I'm the creator of this what if, so I will. So, and Hinata over time will as well. So, like, and Itachi, he is like, and Itachi's like, treat them well, like it's not there yet, but like Tomiko is bi right now, but nothing's happened at all. No, like, super glue has not been applied to this thing yet, so like, they used Elmer's stick glue at best, in comparison to what it will be anyway. Like, that's how their romantic relationship is. Elmer's stick glue, like that purple stuff. That's where their romance is at right now. But eventually, it's it's gonna turn into super glue, like the superest of all super glues, an unbreakable bond. You know, I'd say Tomoki Tomo Tomikobo Tomiko Tomiko hasn't awakened her Sharingan yet, and Sasuke hasn't either. In fact, it'll be a long time until he does, because he didn't have Itachi killing the clan to awaken it in the first place. Which, by the way, he hadn't had a reason to awaken it yet. Or he hadn't awakened. I'd say, yeah, it doesn't matter. Like, by the time, I'd say he has. I'd say it's not. He activates it once, like during a fight, like during the finals, but only by accident, and it was really draining on him. He accidentally did it, and it was only that once. It's like, and it was really draining on him, so he didn't do it for a while. Like, and he couldn't do it for a while, but he tried. Fugaku tried to help him out. So, actually, let's say what happened during all of this. So, immediately after Naruto left, Fugaku found went to get went got tried to went to back to his house, tried to find Tomiko and Itachi. Like, usually one of them, like, Tomiko is usually there. Itachi's the one that's not always there. Like, Tomiko, she's usually in the compound, but he goes to her. He doesn't see her around the compound. Goes to their house, knocks on her door. Like, opens the door to her room. Hello. And then, like, Fugaku's like, most of her, like, a lot of this things she needed to survive for, like, food. And I'd say they also bought, like, Itachi packed food. Cause, he bought food, pills, and a bit of other stuff. Maybe some stuff to start fire. No, they wouldn't need to start fires. He might bring a flint and steel to give to Naruto, so that he could set up camp while he went to hunt. I don't know, something. So he just gives Naruto a flint and steel. So he brought that, and like, maybe he might have sealed I'd say. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this is a jutsu that Naruto made. Yes, he is young, but I just want to give him this. Alright, so it's called the like this is so it's called the Shadow Camp, or the Shadow Clone Camp. Or it's essentially a jutsu that creates a small encampment, like 2 tents and a campfire. And these are 2 people tents. These are 2 people tents, but they can fit 4 people each, because they recommend, like, you know how it's recommended, it's comfortable at 2 people, but you can fit like 5 million. Like, no, like, yeah. Or no, I'm gonna give him a space. I'd say he saw a scroll. He found the scroll in his house regarding, like, when he was way younger, he found a scroll regarding the Flying Raijin, and he looked at it, and like, he was like, yeah, I don't think I can learn this, but I might be able to figure out some space-time jutsu. And this is a space jutsu, and it's essentially an alternate dimension he has access to. It's not Kamui. He can't use it to teleport or anything else, but if you guys have played D&D, like if you know what uh the mansion thing is, like the dimensional mansion, it's essentially he can create a door to this other place, kind of essentially a mansion, like, and the door, and it'll just last there for like 12 hours, and whenever it's but once those 12 hours is up, they get kicked out. No, 24 hours, and he can dispel it, and he can get rid of it at any time. But the door is, vi- but the door is very visible, and kind of, and it's the color of the person's chakra that's using it. Or no, it's a deep. It's like Susano purple. It's a purple. Like it's the like it's the color of Sasuke Susano, basically, is the color it's at. So then there's that. Oh, yeah. I got off track. Okay. So, so I call this his dimensional mansion jutsu. Yeah. Like he can't. It's not kamui. He can't bring things in. Like he can bring equipment in. Like if he's carrying or wearing something, or someone he allows, because like the door is also locked to people he doesn't want in. You know. That's essentially how that works. And after that, oh yes, uh, what was Hinata's dad's name? Whatever. Uh, she also had a sister. Doesn't matter. Like her dad, like, kind of, it's he, he comes up to Hinata. It's time, Hinata. It's time for school. Cause I'd say, Hinata. It's time for training. Like, and he waits a few seconds outside her door. Then he just comes in. Hinata. And then he sees she isn't there. Like, and the same happens for, and so like, hey, okay, where is she? Like he finds a note saying that I've left the village, and like, and you know and you know and it says that, it's essentially just saying, hey, I left the village, you probably won't see me again. He's like, and he wants to send Hunter in after her, but he's like, she's not a rogue ninja, and like, she, no, and they might just try to steal her Byakugan, like, and then like, he's kind of like, and Fugaku, like, goes and like, the same thing basically happens for Tomiko's room, but but he's nicer. Or it might be Sasuke that comes. Sasuke, he understands he's not the best, but he understands he's not the best in the world, but he still thinks he's the best. If you get what I'm saying. Like, he's kind of got a big head. He's got an ego. Like he's got an ego the size of Sakura's forehead. Like, no, that's mean. True, but mean. Oh, everybody, take a drink of water. And you don't have to take a big drink. Just not even an ounce. Just take a small sip. Stay hydrated. And then that's gonna happen. Like, how long is? 40 minutes for the recording. So, yeah. So that's gonna happen. But then back to the people that actually matter for the story. No, like, they send Hunter in after Itachi because, like, he is rogue. Like, Naruto's not rogue. Hinata's not rogue since she was never a ninja to begin with. Tomoki's not rogue since she wasn't a ninja either. Like, they weren't even in the academy. Like, you know, they, you know, um, um, yeah. So after that, so like they fought off a few like the one like the one hunt like the one hunter nin like the one or two hunter nin that found Itachi just get killed. Like, it's just random people. They're not important. They're not a Johnny. Just some random tuning, probably low level too. Cause like a group of tuning, they all just get, and they all die. And I'd say Naruto unlocks the chakra chains as well. And yeah, Ito and Noah, they kind of forgot about Naruto. And Minato and Kushina, like, Minato, he's like, wait, why did I even banish it? It doesn't matter. Like, he didn't care at all. And Kushina, like, that was kind of mean. Like, yeah. I mean, I understand he hurt people, but like, are we sure that wasn't the QB trying to escape? Like, and, just stuff like that. And, like, but everything else, no one really cares. Like, But the only people that really care is Fugaku, Hinata's dad, and her mom and sister. Like, the families of, like, Tomiko, Itachi, and Hinata's families, they're really the only ones that care. Not because Naruto left, but because their kids left. That's about where that's at. So then, yeah. So yeah, Naruto reads about the chakra chains. He learns. Oh, we're back to where we are. So like back to when they were in Uzugakure. Right. And after that, I'd say that, and they slowly find a few more like, they find the occasional Uzumaki going out, and like they, and cause like Tachi's like, I should probably, like, I'm not Uzumaki, but I'm the strongest out of us, so I feel like I should kind of be I'm the oldest, most experienced, and strongest of all of us. So like, I feel like I should be the Uzukage. And, that's gonna be like that. And yeah. So that's gonna be that. So after that, I'd say that after that, they're all gonna get, like, Itachi's not gonna get much strong. He's gonna get stronger, but not much. So, like, the Naruto, Tomoki, and Hinata are gonna get significantly stronger. Like, they go through the Uzumaki archives. Like, they don't go through any of the secrets. Cause hey, I feel like Naruto should be the one to look at that stuff. Like, and he learns of the 100 healing and some he learns of the Reaper Death Seal, and he's like, no, I will not use this. Like, he doesn't even bother learning how to do it. Like, what? Just no. And he's like, he doesn't bother learning it. Like, just, you know, he avoids that like it's a plague. And, like, you know, and I'd say that Naruto also learned a bit about. I'd say that while they were traveling, like, they were like, we don't have much money. And Itachi's gonna, we don't have much money. I'm gonna split it. So, I'm gonna give a bit of it to all of you. And, and I'd say Naruto was given a decent, like, not a lot, but like enough to live, enough to feed himself for about a week. Like, food, he got enough for food and lodging for a week. That's how much money Naruto got. Like, so he took about half of that. So he realized he's not going to need the lodging part, so he just took what would be spent on lodging and he just gambled it, trying to make a return. And I'd say he gains like a little bit, like a quarter more than he had. Like, not much, but like, hey, he got a bit more money, and he doesn't go to the same casino twice. Like, he's like, hey, I don't. How about I? And like, he would learn like what games are best for his chance. His his eyesight would get much better. He'd get better eyesight just watching for scammers, like people that would. Like, you know, in Avatar: The Last Airbender, when Toph was Earth was going against those street gambler people, like, and like she would just, like, they were scammers, so she would just like, that's where it is, like, with that little pebble they had, and she would just pretty much just win every time. And after that, I'd say that, yeah, and they're all gonna learn the royal. They're all gonna learn the whirlpool fist. Like, Hinata's not gonna worry about it too much, cause like she's gonna look at some of the stuff and see how some of it could be. She sees if she can incorporate some of it into the gentle fist. And like the and like Tomoki's like, yeah, I should. Like, she learns the interceptor fist and the whirlpool fist, as does as like they all know a little, as well as a bit of the whirlpool. She knows interceptor and a bit of whirlpool fist. Naruto knows is the best at the whirlpool fist out of all of them. Like, he knows the most about it. Like, they're like, he's Uzumaki. Like, they all know a little bit about each other's taijutsu style. They like Tomoki and Naruto can do a little bit of the gentle fist. Like, it's not that useful. Cause like, I could without him. And like, Hinata and Naruto know a bit about the interceptor fist, and Hinata and Tomiko are gonna know about the whirlpool fist. Like, just enough so they can add some spice into their taijutsu, just so it doesn't get stale. So yeah. And yeah, that's gonna happen. After that, I'd say that. Mm-hmm, I'd say that another like 10 more Uzumakis show up, like two or three more Uzumakis, like a family of Uzumakis that managed to escape the purge. Like, they show up, like like they're not, cause like they're not they weren't born in Uzagakure, nor like like their grand like 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 they're this. None of them were born in Uzagakure, but they were all of Uzumaki heritage. Like two of them are full Uzumaki. Two of them are not Uzumaki at all, and then 4 or 5 of them are part Uzumaki. Like, like the Uzumakis, they walk right in, but the other two, like I'd say, like the Uzumakis, they married outside of the that were there. They married outside of the family. Like, hey, we're brother and sister, so we probably shouldn't do that. But we still want the Uzumaki clan to survive, so we're like, let's have kids with other people. Like they still like the people that they had kids with, they loved, but like still, uh, you know, you know that. Then after that, I'd say that, hmm, like, a few of the kids, and Naruto's gonna walk out of the Uzukage's tower. Like, what's going on out here? What's going on? What's going on out here? He yells. Like, he sees a bunch of kids, two in boats. You must be Uzumaki. Um, is there anyone with you that's not Uzumaki? They say yes, two of us. I'll be right back. Like uh, he grabs two. He comes back out with two pieces of cloth and with metal attached. Where are they? And they're gonna go there, like, and he's gonna toss the two of them headbands. Like, just put these around your arm, and you can walk in. And they go right past the barrier. Or, I'd say it's not the headband, but a specific bracelet. Yeah, it's a bracelet or something. It's not important though. So after that, I'd say that we all need to take a drink. So yeah, I'll come up with their names later. So I'd say, so 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. So yeah, all of this is gonna happen. Like eventually, like um, so yeah. So all of this happens, which there's also a single Uzumaki girl that came with them. So so three adult Uzumakis, full blood Uzumakis, two non Uzumakis, and five part Uzumaki, half blood. So yeah, I hmm. After this, so yeah, so they just go on a few years, getting stronger. Uh, Hunter and still trying to find Itachi, but they can't find him. Like, there's also a bit of a genjutsu barrier around, so it looks like nobody's there. And that's something Itachi and Naruto work together with Gen and Genjutsu and Fuinjutsu together just to make it. Hey, this place hasn't been touched. Like, they won't take it down until later. They'll take it down later on, but like, they're like, hey, how about we make it look like this place is, like, they had this on before the people showed up. Let's make it so it still looks abandoned. But the moment the Uzumakis that were there passed through the barrier, they can see what it was actually like. They could see like it was in better condition than it looked like. and it didn't look as overgrown as stuff. Like, like they still got strict, like they, you know, and they're like, well, since they're Uzumakis, I feel like we should teach them the taijutsu style. And if they do not already know it, the parents are like, they know the basics of that, and like, all right, come with me. And he takes them down, like, brings them to a training ground, and like, he's like, I would love to teach them the whirlpool fist. And, like, they haven't seen the others yet. They've only seen Naruto, so they think it's just him here. And, and then they hear, oh, and in the distance they hear, Naruto. Oh, yes, Tomiko. Yes, Tomiko. Who? Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot. Introductions. My name is Naruto Uzumaki. He gives with a slight bow, with his arms out. But I'd say he's become slightly theatrical in the way he does things. Like, he likes to over-exaggerate small movements to where they can be seen a bit easier. Like, not in combat, but just like when he's talking to someone, he'll do that. Not when he's undercover, but like if he's just talking to someone, he'll talk with his hands and move his arms about. He'll step from side to side. He'll make obvious facial expressions to show what he's thinking and feeling. But he's learned how to do that so that people can understand it. Just because. I'd say there's a scroll in the Uzumaki library that taught about it. That taught how to do that specifically. Like, how to make your face more readable. And they were like, use this in normal conversations, and if you can learn how to do that, then you'll become better at lying. It's like, because you're always doing it the same. It's like, you're able to perfectly convey the emotion you want people to see. So, and that's just something that Uzumaki's had learned. And well, and but on this was before they showed up, and they show up to the training grounds to see 3 other people. 2 of them have long black hair and black eyes, and that one a boy, and one an older boy, one a girl about the same age as Naruto, and then another girl about the same age as Naruto, with blue hair and white lavender eyes. Like, oh, and then that's where he says, "Oh, forgive me." Introduction. Like, they introduce each other. I'll come up with names later. And look, then, and and they just learn taijutsu. He teaches the kids taijutsu, the more advanced version, like, not some, and the parents as well. And their parents also get better at the whirlpool fist. Like, the parents didn't really know much about it. They were just taught the basics of, like, how to defend yourself against a normal person. And they were taught how to put chakra in your punches and kicks. Not like, they were just taught, like, hey, this is something you can do. You can try it if you want, but I'm not gonna make you do it. But nor am I gonna help you. If you want to learn how to do this, you'll have to do it on your own. and that just because like they knew it kind of. The adults did, the kids didn't. And Naruto, Hinata, and uh, Tomiko and Itachi help with that. Like, and like uh, Naruto helps the adults, teaches the more advanced stuff, and the other three they teach the kids the basics of the whirlpool fist. While Naruto teaches the other stuff. They teach stance and some basic punches and kicks, and I'd say the whirlpool style also uses a few. Uh, it's not uncommon to see a Uzumaki that uses the taijutsu style. It's not uncommon to see headbutts in it, and knees and elbows. Like the Uzumakis, their taijutsu style is based around if I can hit you, I will. That's kind of how their taijutsu works. It's a bit. It's imagine a more refined version of Tsunade. It's not as strong. Like there's not quite as much raw power, but there's a lot more technique. Like there's a lot more technique. And yeah. Back to Konoha. Jiraiya and Tsunade are teaching Ito and Noah, Naruto's brother and sister. Jiraiya teaching Ito. I'd say that Ito, the brother, he has a bit more of a calm, like he has a bit more of a wanting to help kind of personality. So he's taught by Tsunade in the ways of healing. And Noah, the sister, she wants to hit things. that's all she cares about. Like medical ninjutsu, meh, don't care. I just want to hit things, and that's all she does. She learns from Jiraiya, and I've had this idea for a what if. It's where if I switched all of the Naruto versus genders, like it's dumb, and but it would change the story in a way you would not expect. It's like all the males in canon would be females in the what if, and all the females in canon would be males in the what if. So Sasuke, Naruto, uh, like all of those guys, they are the yeah, there's opposite gender, and like so yeah. Let me know if you guys want to see that. But where I just gender swap the entire Naruto universe or the entire MHA universe. I really do not care. I'm down for both. I feel like that could be pretty cool. So yeah. So yeah. Um. Ah. So yeah, they get better. So this is about when Naruto is about 14, and Itachi when the the terrible three, or Tomiko, Hinata, and Naruto. I'm gonna call them the terrible three just for the sake of this. Or yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah, so that's what they're gonna be called in this. What I'm gonna be calling them, or yeah, I don't care. Or, or the Klansmen. No, the terrible three. Just for now. And yeah, that's how that's gonna work. Yeah. that's how that's gonna work. And yeah, getting kind of off track here. Yeah. Let's see here. What time is it? 11:34. Nice. So, next is gonna be next is going to be the so I'd say tuning exams is when they show their faces to the world. And I'd say that Itachi is gonna be the Jonin team leader. Or like the team leader for the Terrible Three. Or Team 1. Like the others, they're still learning, and they're being taught a tiny bit of the Gentle Fist and Interceptor style as well. Like they're being taught. Itachi's teaching them a bit of, like he teaches them a bit of the Interceptor Fist as well as the other stuff he knows. Like he also they also all know a bit of the Anbu style because like Itachi was in the Anbu. So they know the Anbu Taijutsu as well, or the Konoha, or the Konoha Anbu style. And that's how that's going to work. After that, I'd say that, yeah, tuning exams. No, they've been going on missions but they were wearing masks, and no one knew what nation they were from. Like they didn't wear headbands, but like they weren't doing big missions, like just small stuff normal Genin would do. Like they're powerful Genin, don't get me wrong, but like, and they Naruto made a seal that hides their dojutsus from view when in use. Or no, it's able to hide Hinata's eyes. Or so they all wear masks, but not like Kakashi masks, like full on, like paper mache masks covering their entire face. Only thing sticking out, only thing being two holes where the eyes would be, and a hole where the mouth would be. The hole is for fireball jutsus, by the way. Or a bunch of fire style. It's for fire style jutsus. And other things where you would need to use your mouth like a smoke screen, if that's a thing. I don't know. If that's a jutsu, then yes. I'd say that after fighting with Hinata so many times, he figured out how to wait. He thought, like, I wonder if there's a way to nullify the Byakugan's, like, X-ray vision. And like he does, so he creates the smoke screen, and it's essentially, and you can't use X-ray dojutsus or something and sensory ninjas can't sense through it, just because it's kind of filled with chakra in a weird way. Take a drink. So yeah. After that, I'd say that. So onto the tuning exams. They're all wearing masks in the village. Itachi included. But he also has the mask that hides his eyes when not in use. Or like they're able to hide when he's using like one tomo in his Sharingan. Like two, three, or the Mangekyo, it'll show up. But like just one tomo, or no. Hinata's the only one that has that thing because like her eyes like it showed they're always lavender, like just the way they look. Like that could draw suspicion, so let's just kind of cover them up, like, and then the rest of them have that just so it'll look the same. And they have the Uzumaki swirl on these masks. Like I think second Hokage or first who had that thing that covered the sides of his face. It wasn't a mask, but it was covered the sides of his face. Like he had the Konoha symbol on the top of that. It's essentially like that, but it covers the entire face. So after that, it's gonna be like Naruto, like Kiba. Like they're at Ichiraku's ramen, and they open little trap doors where their mouths would be, so they can eat through their masks. And they use genjutsu to cover up their skin color, like what they look like underneath their mask. Like, because they know a bit of genjutsu and are able to make their face completely blank if they want to. But it takes up chakra, so they usually don't. Unless like they're eating or something. So yeah. After that happens, like Kiba's like then team. Let's say that the Konoha. So what was it? Konoha 12. So it's now the Konoha 10. Yeah, because Naruto and Hinata are not a part of it, so it's just the Konoha 10 now. You know, I'd say that, doesn't matter. So like, and they're like, they approach the ramen shop. Hey, how about we go for some Ichirakus? It doesn't matter who say it. Like, some Ichirakus. The four of them, they're like, oh no. Like, the ramen guy, he doesn't know it's Naruto, or that it's Itachi, or that it's Hinata, or that it's Tomoki, or Tomiko. I gotta remember that. Tomiko. That might be because Tomiko. I think I got her name down. But yeah. So after that, let's say that happens. So after that, let's say that. So yeah, after that, I'd say that they pay for the ramen, and like they gulp down what's left of the rest of their ramen, and like just set some coin on set the right amount of coin on the table and just run. It's like Itachi and Tomiko are like, Sasuke's there, we gotta go. And like Hinata's like, was Neji a part of the 12? I think he might have been. Like, it's like, oh no, cousin Neji. Whether he was or not, I'd say that he was with them, as well as Lee and Tenten. Yeah, I think he was a member of the Konoha 12. Doesn't matter. And after that, I'd say that Naruto is going to be like, they're gonna notice that these guys just ran from the place they were going to. Like, and they're gonna be like, we should, they, like, then they see the guy come up, grab their coins that were left on the table. Huh, he knew the exact amount. Strange. Like, they didn't show any emotion while they were eating there. Like, they didn't show who they were. Like, they showed emotion, but they didn't give any hints to who they were. They were just like, no, they don't run. And they're like, who are you guys? We're Team 1 from Uzagaku. Uzugaku. We're Team 1 from Uzugaku. Yeah, we're kind of, like, Sasuke's gonna, yeah, I'd say maybe 10-10? No, not 10-10. Imagine, I'd say Sakura. Or maybe Ino's gonna be like, never heard of that village. Well, kind of new, kind of old. It's weird. It's, you could probably find something about it in the history about the second or third Great Ninja War, don't remember. You'll see most of it was wiped out. But we survived. Barely. But we survived. They're like, are there any plans there? Yes, there's pretty much only made up of the Uzumaki clan. Uzumaki clan. Wasn't our tale, wasn't Naruto, isn't, like, oh, no, it is the 12 because, no, it is the Konoha 12 because, Ito and Noah are there. Noah are there. So it is going to be the Konoha 12. Yeah. Never mind. So it's not the 10, it's the 12. Good. Hinata and Naruto got replaced by Naruto's brother and sister. So after that, I'd say that, well, it's been nice talking to you, 12, but I'm afraid we must go. I'd say Itachi says this in a bit of a disguised voice. Like, he's not putting on a completely fake voice, but he modifies it a bit so it's not obvious who he is. But, like, someone that knew him well enough, like, someone that, I'd say the team leaders were also there. So, like, someone that knew him really well and, like, would know who it is. I feel like Kakashi might be able to tell, but I don't know. Like, Kakashi might be able to tell. I don't know. It's kind of a roll of the dice. But whether or not the Jonin leaders knew was kind of just a roll of the dice. So I'd say that Kakashi's going to realize it, but he's not going to say anything. But he's just going to wink at the largest mask figure, like the tallest of the four. And he's going to point at it, and then he's going to just put his hand underneath his deal so he can scratch the Sharingan eye. Like, so, and then he's just going to put on a bit of a smile. Like a Kakashi smile. He's going to put on a Kakashi mask smile. That's how that's going to work. We all know we know what that looks like. Just that little, like, he smiles with his eyes, that kind of thing. Which, by the way, is a skill I want to learn. I want to learn how to smile with my eyes, because that just seems like the best skill for 2020. Being able to smile with your eyes just seems like such a cool thing, a useful thing right now anyway. Like that's a useful skill right now, 2020, with all the beer flu going around. So after that, I'd say that, yeah, well, see you guys in the tuning. I assume you guys are, Narato's gonna go, well, I assume you guys are gonna be competing in the tuning exams. Like, no one really remembers Naruto's voice, so it's fine. So he disguises it slightly, not so that enough so it's different, but not enough so it's not obvious. He does it to the right amount so it's obvious, so he can keep that voice up. And Hinata's gonna put on a bit of a more confident, or in this case, a less confident kinda voice. Cause that's just gonna happen. Cause like she was more confident in this than she was in canon. And then it's gonna be like, and Tomiko is just gonna be is gonna absolutely show her vibe. Like, no, she won't. So, yeah. That's how that's gonna work. How would that work? So yeah, they go their separate ways eventually. And then it goes to the building. Naruto just is quite a pitiful genjutsu, and they just walk right by. He says it quiet enough to where only his team can hear it, and they just kind of snicker because like, they know genjutsu decently well. Like, Naruto's the worst out of the three of them, but he's still no slouch. Like he is no slouch in genjutsu, but like he's the worst out of the three. Like this is a tuning level genjutsu. He can, like Itachi made sure they can deal with genjutsu. He wanted to make sure that they won't just get one shot by a weak genjutsu. So he made sure that they are capable of withstanding jonin level genjutsu, so like low jonin, but jonin nonetheless. So after that, it's gonna be so onto the tuning. The paper, team one is gonna be like, it's just gonna be talking amongst each other. They're just gonna be talking amongst each other. But they're the only ones from Uzugakure that are capable, that are strong enough to enter. So yeah, but the kids there on it, the kids that were on it, they're a part of a team now. But like, it's not like close. But they're not strong enough. Like, they're still like they're still pretty much at academy level at this point. But so yeah, that's where they're at about. Like a few more years and they'll be at about low Genin, capable of taking the Genin test. And for Uzugakure, which by the way, there are multiple. There's like the normal, like there's the right, it works kind of like so it's there's the academy test and then there's the team test. The academy test is essentially the same as is essentially the same as that of Konoha, like Konoha's academy. But like the same as like, or at least for the academy test, but the getting test is different. Because like they teach more, but they know tree and water walking by the time they're getting, and they know that by the time they're getting. So afterwards, it's just kind of like, so they have excellent chakra control, and they're expected to know Fu and Jutsu. Otherwise, they cannot pass the academy. And they also know the shadow clones. So after that, it's gonna be like so back to the tuning exams. Naruto is just gonna be resting his head on the table, and the guy that, but this is the year it was at Konoha. So the guy that was running the written portion is gonna be, he's gonna throw a rock at Naruto, and it's gonna hit him. He's gonna start to bleed, and then he's gonna start to heal back up almost immediately, because it hit his arm, almost breaking it. And then all the little micro fractures are fixed, and the blood that was there, or the little gash, or like the stab, or however that would be, like if you hit skin hard enough, it's gonna break. So it's gonna be like a break in the skin that blood would be coming out of. So that's gonna heal over. That's gonna scab over like in a few seconds. Then like 30 seconds later, it's completely healed, and then the scab starts going away. Like about 30 more seconds, it's completely healed. And and now it's just gonna be, it's rude to mess with people when they're trying to study the competition. Like, oh really? Want to? Because I don't want them. And they're gonna be like, well, yeah, then why don't you let the competition read you? Because I don't want them to read me. Right. Oh, and alright. So Itachi's the only one that put on a fake voice. Naruto didn't. Yeah, it was only Itachi that put on a fake voice. And Kakashi, or someone close to Itachi, would be the only ones capable of telling that it was a fake voice. It was that good. It was close enough to his real voice to be convincing that it was convincing enough so like people would know that it's not a fake voice. But they could also, but they wouldn't be able to tell that it was his voice. And it was just a voice that sounded vaguely familiar, and they couldn't put their finger on it. Take a drink. So yeah. I think so yeah. Team 1 does good on the written portion. And I'd say this is where I'm gonna end it. Yeah. So give me a like, comment, subscribe. I don't know, like subscribe, ring the bell. I don't know, like just make a look out for the next part, I guess. So I will see you guys next time, and make sure you stay hydrated.